everyone, it's Alina from Xactimate Mastery here, and today I'd like to talk about roof access issues. It seems like I've seen this question come up quite a bit in the past 2 weeks, so thought I'd go ahead and just talk about it. What we're talking about today is a house that has a large front yard and a large backyard in a downtown kind of setting, and therefore you can't have equipment pull right up into a driveway or right up next to the house in order to load the roofing material onto the roof. So roof access issues seem to be a hot topic right now. So in this video, we're going to talk all about it, and let's go take a look. So what we're talking about today, as you can see on my screen, we've got this wonderful downtown neighborhood where the lots extend from alleyway to street without any driveway or access directly to the home. So they'll either load the material back here, or I don't know why, but they might load it out front, and someone is going to have to hand carry those shingles up onto the roof for the replacement. And of course for the tear off, they're going to have to wheelbarrow out to the back here where a dumpster will probably be placed, unless the dumpster is put out front, again, which would be kind of unusual. So wherever they're removing the debris, they're going to have to hand wheelbarrow or hand carry with a tarp or whatever you guys use. And then to replace the roof, they're going to have to put the roofing material by climbing up a ladder, which takes extra effort. So anything that's over and above your typical, normal, everyday roof, you should be charging for. It's not the cost of doing business, guys. It is extra expense for you to pay your guys to do this labor, and therefore it should be added to your estimate, in my opinion. And most people who supplement do want to supplement for the roof access issues. So what would we use in Xactimate for this? Now this is where it's going to kind of come up to you and how you want to run your business, but there's two different options we have here. We have the RFG LABL, which is your general laborer per hour. You can see it's billed at $30.21 per hour for this price list for this area. I just picked out of the air here. But this $30 is per hour per person. So if you're going to have 4 guys hand load that roof and you say it takes half an hour per guy, then I would charge 2 hours to load the material, and maybe it's only going to take 15 minutes to move the material from the ground to the dumpster. So maybe I would only charge 1 hour for the removal. I'm just saying it's a very small roof, easy for me to demonstrate here. So maybe only 3 hours per se for the general labor. That's up to you. If you're only running 2 guys and it takes them 3 hours because it's a 40 square roof and they have to hand load all the material and they have to call up maybe a 2-story ladder or something like that, that needs to be taken into account. So estimate the amount of time, however you would bill this out, with your guys actually billing you, how many hours it would take them to do this work. So some people like to use the general labor per hour because it is technically just a general laborer. It's not someone that's technically the quote-unquote roofer. Of course, it's very loose terms, very gray area, but I do see some people use the roofer per hour, which bills out at $70. So more than double what that general laborer is. And if you look at Xactimate's click for detail here, it does say hourly labor for a roofer. So again, that's kind of a gray area. How do you define a roofer? So it's up to you at the end of the day and how you run your business and what you would like to charge. But those are the 2 line items I would say take a look at for access issues. Definitely warranted, definitely over and above your everyday roof job. And therefore, it's not the cost of doing business. It's what someone would charge you to take off that roof, right? A sub would charge you to do that. So why are we absorbing that cost? To just kind of back up that argument there. So again, you can calculate by hour, by person if you want to. Some people bill this by square. So they say, well, it's $20 per square for us to R&R that material, placing it on the roof and removing the material to the dumpster. I estimate $20 per square. If I have a 40 square roof, that would be $800. So then you'd have to back that out of the 70 here and work that backwards. So just however you bill it out, know that this is an hourly rate that you're charging. And that's how you're going to have to work in that pricing into your estimate. You can also use one more thing. It's the RFG bid item. Not many people do this, but if you are going to charge that dollar per square amount for the extra labor over and above, you might want to use a bid item here, and maybe you'd charge an extra $5.50 or something like that. Add an attachment just telling them this is for roof access issues. We had to climb up ladders. We had to remove debris by hand, and explain why you're using that bid item, of course, and that may be another option for you as well. So there's 3 options for line items that you can use in order to get these roof access charges paid for. And I think they're completely legitimate and reasonable as long as you show the adjuster how you're calculating it out, how many guys you had, and all of that other fun stuff. Again, using an attachment is a great place to do that. Tell them why you're using these general labor or roofer hours, and then how you did your math. That always helps them show their supervisor, hey, this is why I had to pay this access charge. And in a previous video I went over this, you can actually go ahead and change the description to say access charge. If that's something that just helps you with your adjuster discussion or with you presenting the estimate to the adjuster, just put in their access charge so that he doesn't have to read your long note, and he can just accept that line item and go. So that's my tips for using the access charge line items, just depending on which one fits best in your business. My name is Alina Wilson with Xactimate Mastery. Please be sure to like this video if you like this topic so I can produce more videos like this. And if you want our weekly updates, be sure to hit subscribe below. For more information on my Xactimate training tailored specifically for contractors, please visit xactimatemastery.com. Hope you guys have a great week in your business, and I'll see you next week.